Okay, for this assignment, you're going to use both Illustrator and Photoshop, so I'd have them both open. The first thing I'm going to show you is where the assignment is. I'm going into Google Chrome, and I'm in College Sports Marketing 1 or 2. Go to Modules, and then you go down to where you find Adobe Photoshop Challenges, and there's one called Bear Walk. So you're going to open that up, and there's this image right here. I want you to right-click on it and copy it. Copy the image. Now you're going to go into Illustrator, and we're going to break it up. So I'm going to paste it in here, Command V, or Edit Paste. And the first thing I'm going to do is go to Image Trace, and I'm going to change it to 3 color. Okay, that gives me kind of the outline of the bear. Not great, but that'll work. So then I'm going to hit Expand, and then Ungroup. I click twice. Now that it's expanded and grouped, I'm going to highlight in the yellow and the words to get rid of them. I'm going to hit Delete. Okay, now all my bears are separate, but they're in pieces, and I don't want that. So I'm going to select this whole bear and do Command G, or I can just select this bear and go to Group over here. But I'd like you to learn the shortcut keys. I'm going to select just this bear. I'm going to group them all. So group, and not together, but just group every bear. So Command G and Command G, Command G, and Command G, and Command G. So we have a total of 8 bears. Okay. So now you're going to go ahead and copy one, put it on the clipboard. So I do Edit Copy, and now I'm going to go over and I'm going to go to Photoshop. Now in Photoshop, I'm going to create a file, New Document. Okay, and I want 1080 by 1080 pixels. I do not want the size that's in here. I want to force it to be the right size. 1080 by 1080. I'm going to make this 150. And RGB color is fine. Transparent is fine. Click Create. So now I'm going to paste it in here. And it'll ask me what I want to paste it as. I paste it as pixels. Click OK. Alright, now I click Done. You got to do that step before you can do the next bear. Now you'll see over here I have layer 1, which is my background, layer 2, which is the bear. So I should have in the end, I think, 9 layers. So I'm going to go to the next bear. And if he's grouped correctly, I should be able to just copy him and go over to Photoshop and Edit Paste. And it should go right on top. Pixels, okay, and it's right on top. Don't worry about that. We want it that way, okay? And I'm going to keep on doing this. Copy, Photoshop, and I'm going to do Edit, Paste. Done. Then go back to Illustrator, get the next one, copy, Photoshop, Edit, Paste. Pixels. You don't want to resize these bears. You don't want to move them around. You want to keep them right where they are. So next one, copy, Photoshop, done on this one, and then Edit, Paste. Pixels again. Go back to Illustrator. Next one. Make sure I click on and off it. Copy, Photoshop. Make sure this is done, and then Edit, Paste. Done. No, Illustrator. I think I got 2 more. Yep. Copy, Edit, Paste, and the last one, Edit, Copy, and Edit, Paste. Oh, done. And then I'm gonna do Command V on this one for paste. Okay, click OK. All right, and then done. All right, so now I have all these layers over here. There you go, from 1 through 9, but 1 has nothing on it. I'm not that worried about it. You can even delete it if you want to. Delete the first layer of the background. All right, so now you probably don't see this down here, so you're going to go to View. Let me turn it off first, or I'm sorry, Window, and then I'm going to turn off Timeline. So this is what yours probably looks like, but you go to Window and go to Timeline. Now once you go to Timeline, you're going to change this to Create Frame Animation. Right here, Create Frame Animation. Then this is a button, so I click this, and it gives me my first frame. I want 8 frames because there's 8 bears, so I'm going to click 7 more times on this plus sign right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so now it's not going to look like anything if I don't go back and do this step. So I click on frame 1, Now I go over to my layers and I hide everything but the first bear, which is layer 2. So I'm just going to click and drag up, and there's the first bear. Now I'm going to click on the second one, and now I'm just going to go down and switch it from this bear to this bear. I'm going to click on the next one, and then click it from this bear to this bear, and then I'm going to go to the next one, this bear to 1, 2, 3, 4, right there, this bear to there, this bear to there, and oh, I forgot to get rid of the eyeball on this one, and then 2 more. So I go to this frame, I hide the bottom one, and I go to the second to the top, right there, show that one, and I go to this one, click the top one, go down to the bottom, get rid of that one. Okay, so now if I go to the play button, you'll see that my bear now looks like he's walking. Okay, that's all I wanted to be able to do. He's walking pretty fast for a bear though, so I'm going to fix something. I'm going to click stop, and I'm going to click and then shift click on this one over here, and I'm just going to change the timing to 0.2 to give it a little slower walk. Okay, so now if I push play, all of these have changed to 0.2 because I'm audible selected. That's a little bit more like a bear would walk. Okay, so now to turn it in, I'm going to stop it. I'm going to go to File, Export, and then I'm going to go to Render Video. Then I'm going to save it as bear walk, and it's in my documents folder because I have to know where that is when I want to turn it in. H.264 is an MP4. That's perfect. I click render, and I'm going to wait for it to render. It'll take a little while. But once it's done, it'll be a .mov file, and you can turn that in on the assignment, and that is your assignment for the Photoshop challenge today. So it should look something like this. Let me go into my documents, and I'm going to go to Bear Walk 2. And it doesn't matter if it's on a black background like mine or not, but this is what it should play like when you open it up. I click play, and it should walk. Just like that. One step is fine. Alright, so that's the assignment for today, the challenge, and then you guys should work on your posts.